Shortly after 8 p.m. on the 24th of September 2021, Claudia Alicia Hernandez-Santos dialed 911 and called for emergency services to report that her daughter was dead. When cops flew over to a makeshift church on the 1000 block of South 2nd Street in San Jose, they made the sad discovery. Claudia's 3-year-old daughter, Arely Naomi Proctor, had been laying unconscious on the floor in the back garden church. Roughly 45 minutes later, the young girl was pronounced dead at a local hospital. But as officers began their investigation, the information they were about to uncover will send chills down some of your spines. When we unravel this case, it starts within a short period before the 24th of September 2021. We can't give a specific date because reports don't give us a definite timeline, but I think it had either been 1 or 2 days beforehand. What we do know though is that Arely had been waking up in the middle of the night and would begin to scream or would cry periodically, fairly normal behaviour for a 3-year-old child. Claudia, however, didn't look at it in the same way. You see, the family were devout Christians. She later told detectives that she believed firmly that Arely was possessed by a demon. Within that period before the 24th of September 2021, Claudia's brother, Arely Hernandez-Santos, would visit the house to pray inside of the toddler's bedroom. We'll assume she continued her normal toddler behaviour though, because in the early hours of the 24th of September 2021, Claudia, along with her brother, still believed that she was possessed by a demon, so they drove her to the church, where Claudia's father, the pastor of the church, would perform what they called an exorcism. In other words, they wanted to drive this so-called demon out of Arely. From 6 a.m. until 6 p.m, she was subjected to this exorcism practice, but the San Jose police called it 12 hours of torture, which would lead to the toddler's death. What I'm about to tell you is all just alleged because this is an ongoing case. Over half of a day, Arely had fingers put down her throat in the bids of making her vomit. The three believed that if she vomited, they were casting the demon out. She was also subjected to neck squeezes, neck pushes, and strangles for that exact same reason. All three would take goes at attempting to make her vomit. While one did the vomit attempt, the other two would hold her down in place so she couldn't move. She was held down that forcefully that when first responders arrived at the scene, they observed bruising around her eyes, neck, and chest. Within those 12 hours, it's thought that Arely was in and out of consciousness. Her mother later told detectives she would fall asleep several times after she pushed down on her throat with a hand. On the last vomit attempt, it's thought that Arely threw up a clear/purple liquid. Detectives would go on to say that they believe this was blood. Then, at 6 p.m, the ordeal was finally over, after the trio thought she was dead. But as you know, the authorities weren't called until 8 p.m, 2 hours later. This was done purposely, and Claudia had to be prompted by family members to contact emergency services. Had she done that at 6 p.m, there could have been a possibility that the young girl would have survived. On the 31st of January 2022, Claudia was arrested and charged with child abuse leading to the death of a victim. Initially, her father and brother weren't charged, but in early May, some more facts came to light which implicated both, so they too were arrested and charged with the same offence. All three face 25 years to life in prison. But this story doesn't end here. As you know, Claudia was formally charged on the 31st of January 2022, 4 months on from Arely's death. Within that 4-month period, she started a YouTube channel where she created a series of videos. The last video was released on January 27th, 2022, only days before her arrest. The video is titled Her Daughter's Name, where she talks on various topics in relation to her daughter over roughly 43 minutes. I'll play that video for you now. Pay attention to how careless, unremorseful and unbothered she is by this whole ordeal. It's as if she doesn't care that she allegedly just killed her own child. But what you should know though is she doesn't go into too much detail surrounding specifics on what happened on that fateful day.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time here, or if it's your first time watching my videos, hi. I know I say like, look, I know I say, or I use it, oh, that scared me. I know I say hey guys, like I use that word guys a lot, But I don't just mean guys, I mean everybody. And I'm pretty sure you guys know, but some people don't. They probably, like, I've been told, like, oh, never mind. No, but like, because you know how some people say y'all, hey y'all, this and that. Like, I'm not used to that, so that's why I say guys. But look, before I start with this video, I want to mention two things. First things first, the giveaway. So for the giveaway, I told you guys to message me on Instagram with their Zelle or Cash App. And guess who did it? Drum roll. Nobody did it. Nobody hit me up. Nobody messaged me their Cash App, their Zelle. So it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say you guys have another week. No, because I gave you guys a week, you know. And I don't know if people just have pride or just they just don't want to do it. So it is what it is, you know. Maybe next time on my next giveaway, people do message me, right? But for this week, like, it's okay. But another thing that I want to tell you guys about. If you guys have me on social media or my Instagram or Snapchat, I posted how me and my girl Evelyn made a page to support women, right? To support women, to give you guys advice, like anything that you guys need, like mentally, emotionally, like we're there, you know, we're there. And yeah, like I told you guys, I'm not gonna. I know I said I wasn't gonna tell you guys what to do, but if it's something that I know is gonna help somebody else, then yes, I'm gonna ask you to follow it. So yeah, I am. So if you guys want, you guys can follow that page. You know, I'm gonna put the name. And yeah, like I am so excited. You know, I am so excited because we have so many ideas. You know, and yeah. So if you're a woman or if you're a girl, you could follow it, and you could always hit us up. You could always message us, and we're there for you. But on today's video, as you guys saw the title, I'm gonna be talking about my daughter. Okay, I'm not gonna be talking about how she passed away, but I'm gonna be talking about who she was, like since before I got pregnant, when I got pregnant, you know, everything. Because I want to talk about that. I want you guys to know who she was, because if she was alive, I would definitely have her in my videos, you know. And yeah, I just want you guys to know, you know, who she was. But you know, because look, back in 2016, that's crazy. In 2016, I met her dad, right? I met her dad. And I moved with him, like, to a different state. Like, it's just crazy. But I moved and yeah, and then like it was good, right? It was good. And then I thought I was pregnant. You know. I was just like, oh, I was just scared. I was like, I'm pregnant, and I was crying and everything. I was like, I'm pregnant. I can't believe it. Like, oh, right? And then I was like, I told him that I think, like, I'm pregnant, you know, whatever. And then we went to I think we went to Walgreens, and we got a pregnancy test. The pregnancy test that has 2 in them, right? So we got it. We went home, and I took the test. I took the first one, and I was like, I was just like, all right, moment of truth. Like, I was so nervous. I was just nervous. I didn't know what to expect, right? Because I was like, I felt like I was, but I was like, I don't know, I have to make sure, whatever, right? So I did what I had to do. We waited the minutes that we had to wait, and then it came out negative. And I was like relieved but at the same time I was so sad. I was like, but I was already excited. Even though I cried and I was scared, but I was excited, you know, to be a mom. And so oh no, because you know what? Because when I thought I was pregnant, when I told him, we waited like a week, I think. And I was like, I was already feeling like, oh, I got cravings, this and that, right? You know, I was just like, oh, you know, I thought I was pregnant, but then I did the test and they come out negative. And then I told him, and I was just sad, and he was like, oh, did you want to have a baby? And I was like, yeah. So so then we decided to have a baby. And then, it happened what had to happen to have a baby, right? So then I remember I wasn't feeling good. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I had an infection, right? I had an infection, and I was just like, no, this is not okay, like something's going on. So we decided to go to the hospital. Because I had bought in some medicine for it, but it didn't work. So I was just like, no, I have to go to the doctor. So we decided to go to the hospital, right? We were at the hospital, and they were like, oh, by this time I didn't think I was pregnant, I was just like, oh, whatever, right? So we got there, and then we were just sitting there, and they made me, you know how they make you pee in the cup to see whatever it is, right? So the nurse came in, and she was like, did you know you're pregnant? And I was just like, what? And I looked at him, and he had the biggest smile. He had the biggest smile, and I was just like, wait a minute, what? And then she's like, yeah, congratulations, whatever, right? And then she left, and we were just like so excited. We were so excited, right? And after that, we went home. On our way home, we were just so happy and just so excited, I was just so happy. I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a baby, and I wasn't even prepared. Like, I decided to get pregnant, and I was not prepared for nothing. Like, I just wanted a baby, that's it. I was just like, I want a baby, so I'm gonna have a baby, right? So then we went home, and then the days passed. I didn't tell nobody, okay? But I think the first one that knew that I was pregnant was his brother. Yeah, but like only me and him knew or whatever. And then I didn't tell nobody until the 4th month. But the 4 months before I told anybody, I remember every morning I had morning sickness. Like, it was so bad. I would throw up every single morning, after, when I was brushing my teeth. I felt it, and I was like, okay, I gotta throw up. And I remember this one time, because I used to ride with his mom to work. I was just like, I'm feeling sick. I think she didn't know by then, but I think she had an idea. And it was early in the morning. I was like, I'm feeling sick. You gotta stop. And then she stopped the car, and then I threw up. And then we went to work, right, or whatever. So after 4 months, I decided to tell my mom. I remember I called my mom, and I was like, I have to tell you something. She's like, what happened? I said, guess what, I'm pregnant. She's like, she was just like in shock, but like, I don't know how she was feeling, to be honest. I don't know, because I was in a different state, so yeah. So after that, after we told my mom, we told his parents, and then like everything, like everybody else found out, like. And then, like, during those months, I remember, like, because I remember after the 4th month, after I told somebody, after we told everybody else, I decided to post it on my Snapchat. I remember I was like, I'm not gonna tell nobody until it's a certain time, to be sure, that my baby's safe and everything, right? So yeah, so I posted on my social media, and everybody was like, oh, whatever. And then, I think I posted it when I found out that I was having a girl. I forgot to tell you guys. So before I found out I had a girl, I had a feeling that I was gonna have a boy. When I found out I was pregnant, I was like, I'm gonna have a boy. He's a boy, whatever, right? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have a boy, whatever. I remember it was a morning. I was at work, and sometimes I would take the bus. I think after a certain time, because his mom didn't work by where I used to work by, so I had to take the bus, right? So I would go to work really early, and I remember this one time I was like, okay, I'm early, I could take a nap. I fell asleep, and I remember I was dreaming that I heard a little girl's voice, that she was like, she called me mom, but in Spanish she called me mama, and then I don't know, something, and then I woke up and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, so am I having a girl? Is this what it is? And this was all before I knew that I was gonna have a girl. So yeah, back to what I was telling you guys. you know, everything like happened during the pregnancy, you know. It was just bad. Like I was so emotional, like so emotional, like I would cry so much. And I remember when she first started kicking my stomach, like it was just like I remember her little kicks, and I was just so excited, you know. I was just so excited because I was just like, I'm gonna have my own baby, you know. And yeah, I was excited, right? So I moved back and forth to here, to over there, and to like the different things. Like no, I didn't move back and forth. I'm tripping. Like I remember when I think I was like what, 6 months, 7 months. I moved back here, right, with my mom. And I remember my whole pregnancy I would crave her food, but since she was far, I couldn't, you know, she couldn't give me her food. But when I moved back, she would cook me every food, like every craving that I had, you know, for her food. And yeah, so and then eventually her dad moved here too, because he stayed. When I moved when I was 6 months, I moved by myself, and then eventually he moved here. And yeah, we were just waiting, and then her due date was October 4th, but ¿qué iba a decir? But she, look, so around that time, I think it was like maybe like 2-3 weeks before her due date. It's crazy because I think I had like 2 false alarms. Like I remember this one time, we were going to this, like we started working somewhere, me and her dad and I remember after that I was like, I think I need to go to the hospital. I think she's gonna come tonight, you know. And then we went, and then the doctor was like, well, she's not ready yet, but if you want, you could wait. You could walk around the hospital and then see if that works, right? And then we're like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that because I want her to come out, right? So I started walking around the hospital for 2 hours. And the whole time she wasn't even ready to come out. She was just, she played us. She said, you thought I'm coming tonight. But no, she didn't. She really didn't. She was still in there. And then after the 2 hours, I was just like, okay, I'm tired. And then we just went home. And then I think that happened like 2 times. But I think the first time that happened, like they just sent us back home. And then the second time, that's when we started, like we decided to walk around. And then I remember, I think it was the October 2nd. I don't remember, but I remember we were just like at home chilling, and I went to the bathroom and I saw like blood. I was like, I got scared. I was like, this is not, I don't know what this is. This is not, I don't feel right? So I told him, and then we went to the hospital. Then we called my sister and my brother, and no, I think it was just my sister. We called my sister and we told her like, okay, she's coming, because like my sister was so excited for me to have the baby. Like she was just so excited, right? So ¿qué les iba a decir? Yeah, so anyway, we got to the hospital and they put me inside the bed, and they're like, okay, so they said something about I could have the baby or something. Yeah. Oh, she said we're gonna induce you or whatever because your blood pressure is high. So we're like, okay. And they're like, and I was like, okay, for sure, it's time. I was low-key scared because I was like, I don't know, it's gonna hurt. I'm scared. I don't know, right? So yeah, so they put me in the other room. They did a lot of things to me. I don't remember, but they put me in the other room, and then it was time to wait. Because they were like, we need to wait till you're 10 centimeters so that you could be able to, like, you know, to push out. And then the whole waiting part, it was like 14 hours. I don't know. It was just so long. It was so long. We're just like, I was just in pain. I was just like, so they were like, we're gonna give you Oh, they said that I honestly don't know what it was, but they're like, we're gonna put a balloon so that it could help you open up, you know, so that you could get to 10 centimeters, right? So, and I was like, that's fine, whatever. And I remember like my labor, the whole part, everything when I was in the hospital was so painful, like so painful, to the point where when she was born I couldn't really enjoy it because of how much pain I was having, right? So I'm trying to hurry up. I don't want to this video is already 15 minutes long. Okay, anyways, look. So yeah, so we were waiting for hours and hours and hours, and they put me, I don't know what it was, but it's not the epidural, it's something else that they give you, so like it could help you with the pain. But that didn't work. My pain, I still felt like, oh no, because they were like, we don't want to put the what is it called? Oh, the epidural right now, right? Because it's not even 10 centimeters, whatever, whatever. So we waited, and then after so long, I remember I was in so much pain, right? I was in so much pain, and then I told him like, oh, I need you to put it because I can't handle this pain. Like, it was too much. So I remember they were like, okay, whatever. You know, it happened throughout the whole night. You know, like going through the pain to the contractions or whatever. And when they decided, I remember like when they decided to do the epidural, they were like, all right, we're gonna do it right now. They came, the doctor, whoever, the nurses came, and they see me down. I remember everything that happened. Like, of course, how can you forget, right? So I remember they set me down, and they're like, don't move. But my body was in so much shock. I couldn't help it. Like, my body was just moving by itself. Like, I was shaking, you know, I was shaking because of so much pain, and it was cold. And they were like, don't move. And then they put him. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even remember when the needle went in, because everything, it was just painful, you know, it was just painful. And I was like, okay. So then they were like, okay, you should be good. And then they laid me down, and the epidural helped. It helped with the pain for like a couple hours. But after a certain time, I remember one side of my back, because look, the epidural, it numbed everything, right? But after a certain time, I think it was my right side, the right side of my back, I started to feel the pain again. And I was like, it was so strong, like everything was numb, but my back, it was horrible. The pain was so horrible, you know. And they were like, okay, we usually with the epidural it goes up to 8, but we could add more, right? So even they told me that it usually it's up to 8, but with me they went up to 12, you know, because it was so much. But no matter how, like, they went through to 12, but the pain was still there. Like, it didn't work for one side of my back, and I was just feeling the whole pain. So they were like, okay, you know, every now and then they would check, you know, if it gets to the head or whatever, right? So I remember that they were like, okay, it's time, blah, blah, whatever. And they're like, push, you know, they were like, whatever, it happened, whatever it happened, right? But it's not that I felt anything like on my legs or anything, but like my back was just killing me. And then I remember they're like, oh, there was so many people in the room. I was just like, why is there so many people? But I was in so much pain that I didn't even care. I didn't even care who was there watching me. I was just like, I just want this over with. Like, I had my eyes closed most of the time anyway, so I didn't see anybody around me, like, no. And then, so then she came to the world. And she wasn't crying. So they were like, so they moved her, then she started crying, but then she stopped. Like, look, I was so surprised, because my baby, she didn't cry for nothing, like, unless she was hungry, but like, she wouldn't cry. She was so calm, and she wouldn't smile. She had her big eyes, her big eyes looking around, and we were like, oh. I remember when I saw her, I was like, oh my gosh, she's here. You know, I was just like, she's here. But I was in so much pain that I couldn't even enjoy that, right? So yeah, so then that happened, you know, when we waited there. We stayed there for like 3 days, and my baby was so calm. We shared a room with another couple, and she had her baby too, and that baby would cry so much, and then my baby was not. She was so quiet. And yeah, so then we went home, and I remember for like the first month, she would not smile, because you know babies can't, I don't know, I guess they can't really see, but like she would not smile. She was just serious, and then like she would just look around. And then I remember the first time that she smiled, like I just remember she was sleeping, and then she started smiling. We're like, she's smiling. And yeah, she was just like, oh, I don't know guys, but she was just so serious. My baby was serious when she was like a newborn. But after like the look, this is I remember for the first month, the first 3 months, I think, she would wake up like 5 times a night, and it was just so tiring, you know. And I was just like, I did breastfeed her for a month, but I couldn't handle it because I didn't know how to put my boob in her mouth, you know, or my nipple. So she would make me bleed, and it was just so painful. And then I was just like, nope, I can't do it. So then we just decided to give her the bottle only, right? So then, yeah, like, you know, it's ¿qué les estaba diciendo? Yeah, so you know, then she went a month, 2 months, and then all those months she was just growing and growing. And I remember when we gave her the pacifier, but after a while we stopped giving it to her because, you know, they say it messes up your teeth. So we're like, so then, yeah, so we took her off. I remember that. Oh, it was so painful because she would cry so much for her pacifier, you know. So but we're like, no, like, anyways, like, the first year, you know, she learned how to crawl. It's like, look, when she learned how to smile, she was like, my baby was such a happy baby. You guys don't understand. Like, oh, my baby. Oh, I miss her. I'm gonna cry. But yeah, the first year, you know, I think when she was 12 months, 11 months, she started to walk. I'm gonna try to post videos so that you can see her, and so that you can meet and see how she looked like, what she looked like. And yeah, so she started walking, you know. And you know, during that time when she started, I remember when she started talking, you know, it took a while for her to learn how to talk, but she would say mommy or daddy or whatever, like she would just say that. But I remember when she started learning more and more, because look, since she was in my stomach and since she was a newborn, I was always tell her that I loved her. And I made sure to tell her that I loved her, you know, and just make sure to show her so much love. And yeah, so when she learned to talk more, she would she learned to say I love you, right? She learned to say I love you, but it wasn't until she understood more, when she grew more, that she started saying I love you, like, to me so much. Like, look, the last year that I had her, she would tell me I love you so many times during the day. You know, so many times she would just tell me I love you. And you know what, before I continue with that, I remember when she was like, I don't know how old is she, I think she was like 2 when her hair finally started growing, because when she was like a baby, her first year, she was so bald. Because when she was a newborn, she had a lot of hair, but then her hair, I don't know what happened to her hair, but she was so bald, and she had a little hair. But when she was like 2, I think, yeah, her hair started growing. And then when she turned 3, her hair was so curly and just so puffy. But yeah, so like I was telling you guys, like when she started to learn more, my baby was such a sweet baby. Like, I don't think I've met a baby like her. And I'm not saying that because she was my daughter, but because my baby was so sweet. She was so sweet. Like, she would tell me I love you so so many times during the day. She would tell me te amo, you know, like I was cooking and she would tell me te amo. She's like, te amo, mom. Oh, my baby, you know, and I was like, damn, like I would always tell her, you know, and she would always ask me, I don't know when she would come up to me, she's like, hug, you know, she would just ask me for hugs, and she was such a helpful baby too. Like when she would see me cook, she would be like, baby, cook, you know, she would ask me to cook, to help cook with the cooking.
You got it?
When she would see me cleaning, she would ask me for help. She would ask me to help. She would tell me to. she would ask me to allow her to help me. Yeah. You know, I think I have a video of her doing dishes because she learned to do the dishes. She just did it like I didn't ask her to do it. She just wanted to do it, you know. And yeah, she was just like, every time she would want to help, you know. I remember she would look in the morning, because she would sleep with me, you know. Since she was a baby, she would sleep with me. So every morning when, like I told you guys, like when she started talking more, she would be like, morning, son. She would say morning, son. And then she was so like, she was such a happy baby, you know. She loved her friends. Like when I don't know, she just had so much love to give to others, you know. She was just a happy baby, you know. And it's like, it's so hard now, you know, because going from having her every day to not having her at all, you know, it's so hard, you know. Like everywhere, it's always something that reminds me of her, you know. I remember when we would go to the store, she would always want to come with me, but you know, even when I had to go to work, she wouldn't want me to go to work. She would want me to stay with her, you know, but like I had to go. But the thing is, like, I was so blessed with her dad, because he would help me so much, you know. Like I was able to, if I wanted to go out with my friends, I was able to go out, you know, because he would help me, you know. And he's such a good dad, you know. Like he loved her. Like it's a lot, but you know, it's hard because it's just a lot, you know. When I think back and I look back at everything, it's hard, you know. And to think that I'm not gonna see her grow up, you know, like how I thought that I was gonna see her grow up, you know, like. But you know, it's okay. It's okay, because I know she's in a better place, you know, and God knows why He allows these things, you know. And I know everybody wants to know what happened to her, like the cause of her death, and I will talk to you guys about it, you know. I will, but when I'm ready. It's just hard, you know. It's hard because I don't know, it's a lot. But you know, being a mom, I think it's one of the best things that you could be, you know. Like it's amazing, you know. It's amazing how you could have a human, you know. I remember even when she was 1, I still can't believe that I had a baby. I was just like, I have my daughter, like she's mine, you know. I was just like, she's mine. I don't know, guys. I just felt like I wanted to share this with you guys, you know, to talk about her, to tell you guys who she was. And like I said, my baby was such a happy baby, you know. And I don't know, I could sit here and be negative about the thing, like, oh, like I wish I could go back and this and this and that, but it's like there is no point of me doing that, you know, because I cannot change what is, you know. It is what it is. So I've learned to think positive, you know, because it's many reasons why God took her, you know. And I sit here and I think like, oh, what if something would have happened to her, you know? What if she would have had like a sickness, or like what if something would have happened to her, or like, I don't know. It's a lot, you know. And at the same time, like, I don't know, like I told you guys, like I can see here and be negative, but and be negative, like, oh, not being negative, but like be sad about that whole situation that she passed away. But it's like, there's no point, you know, because it is what it is. It is what it is, you know. She's not here with me. It is what it is, you know. And it's like, what's the point, you know? I'm just gonna be putting myself down when there's no point for me to do that, you know. Like, I cannot change the past, and I gotta be positive about the situation, you know. Like, at least she's not suffering, you know. Like, in this world we suffer so much, you know, and especially nowadays, like, everything is just so bad, like everything just going downhill, you know. And that's what I'm thankful for, you know, that she's not gonna grow up in that world, like in the world that we live in, you know. Even though there is a lot of positive things, and I could say like, oh, I'm not gonna see her grow up, this and that, but like I told you, like, there's no point of me doing that, you know, because it is what it is. It is what it is, you know. So yeah, like, of course, when I think about her, you know, I get sad and I cry and I miss her. Of course, I miss her every day, every second of the day, you know. And you know what, I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit. Like, I remember after she passed away, it's crazy, you know, because when she passed away, she was with me, you know. Of course, I'm her mom. Why would she not be with me, you know? But it's crazy how it's just a lot, you know. It's a lot. But a lot of people around me, like, I don't know how to tell you guys, you know. It's crazy, you know. It's crazy what you see, like how I see like people that were close to me, you know, and they can say they care about my daughter, but like, if you really care about my daughter, you would check up on her, you know, when she was alive. You would post her when she was alive, you know what I mean? But all of a sudden she passed away, and you're over here doing all these extra things for what? You know, saying that this and that. Like, no, you know. And I don't know, it's just people, I don't know, people move how they want to move, you know, and people can think what they want to think, you know. And if you know what happened to my daughter, then you know. But if you don't know, then you don't know, you know. And the thing is, like, if you weren't there when she passed away, then whatever you want to believe or whatever you want to think that happened is not valid, because you were not there. It's not the reality of how things happen, you know. Like, I was there. I know what happened to her, you know. And one thing I'm not gonna do is lie about how she passed away. When I tell you guys how she passed away, and the people that know, I've been 100% honest, you know. I've been real, because why would I sit here and lie about how she passed away, you know? And that's something that gets to me, because it's like, people weren't even there, but they want to be out here saying this and that because of how the situation looks. But if you weren't there, then you don't know, you know. And that's why what people say, or if you've heard something about what happened to my daughter, if it doesn't come from me, then it's not valid, because you were not there, you know. And yeah, like, so many people are like, I don't know, it's just like, it does get to me, because I don't know, you don't really know a person until you're at a situation where like a situation like mine, you know what I mean? Like, I know who was real, and I know whose love was real, you know, and genuine, you know. And people could say, like I said, people could say and people could talk, but at the end of the day, I know what happened. God knows what happened, and the people that were there when she passed away knows what happened, you know what I mean? So whatever people want to be out here saying this and that, like, it does not matter, okay? It doesn't matter, because you were not there, you know. And I don't care, like, you cannot come to me trying to tell me this and that. Like, no, because like I said, you were not there, you know. And a lot of people turned on me because after my daughter passed away, you know, a lot of people thought like a lot of things because after my daughter passed away, because of how the situation looked. But like I said, if you weren't there, if you don't know what happened, then whatever you want to be out here saying, whatever you want to be out here making people believe, then that's really on you, you know. And the thing is, like, I don't worry too much about that because God knows the truth, you know, and the truth always comes out. It always comes out. And you know, people want to be out here, like, look, well, I understand. One thing is saying what you think it is, but another thing is out here making people, is being out here making people believe what is not, you know, like trying to turn them against me. Like, people could say, no, but I care about her, about the baby, that's why I'm saying, like, no, because you're moving how you're moving and you're feeling how you're feeling, you know. But it is what it is, and I always say that, you know. And yeah, like, this, like, look, after my daughter passed away, I've learned so much, and I've grown so much, and I've matured so much, you know. And I'm just thankful. I'm thankful because I could have easily killed myself, you know, after she passed away. But God is good, you know. God has been there for me. He has always been there for me, and that's something that I'm never, like, that's exactly why I'm not ashamed to be talking about him, you know. Like, God is real, and he has always been there for me, you know. In the darkest moments of my life, he's always been there for me, you know. And when people have turned on me, he has never, you know, he has always had my back, you know. And he's always gonna have my back, you know. And I'm not out here to get revenge on anybody because God got that, you know what I mean. Like, whatever you do to me, you're gonna get that back twice as bad, you feel me? So I'm not worried about that, you know. Like I said, God got me, you know. And yeah, like, that's exactly why I don't worry. Look, I wish I could get a, like, I don't have, look, it's already 37 minutes, but in this video I don't really care about how long it is, you know, because this video means a lot to me, and everything that I talk about to you guys means a lot to me. But videos like this, I really don't care how much time, you know, it is. But like I was saying, like, the moment where I realized, oh, excuse me, the moment I realized that God, that the only thing that I need is to trust God, is the moment where my life changed, you know, and it became so much better. And yeah, like, I am so thankful to God, you know, because he has never left my side, no matter what. Like, I don't care what people say, I don't care what people talk about me, you know, because I know the truth, and I know God knows the truth, you know. And if God knows the truth, then that's all that matters to me, literally. Like, that's it, you know. Like I told you guys before, God is the center of my life. Like, he is what keeps me sane, you know. Like, he is so amazing, and I love him so much, you know. And I'm so in love with him and everything that he's done for me. And yeah, like, that's why I said this before on my social media. Look, when you see me you're gonna see me happy and smiling, you know. And that's because of God, you know. I don't have, like, look, whatever comes my way, I don't worry, you know. Whenever I have a problem, I don't worry, because I know God got me, you know. He's always there, and he's gonna make a way for me, you know. And I feel like that's how we all should be, you know. Like I told you guys, I'm not here to tell you what to believe, okay? I'm not, but I'm gonna speak the truth, and I'm gonna speak my truth. I'm always gonna speak the truth, you know, because what do I gain from lying? You know what I mean? Like, no, you know, you guys know I'm gonna be straight up with you guys, and I'm gonna be upfront about how I feel, about what I believe. And yeah, that's just me, you know. But yeah, guys, I don't know, it's a lot of emotions okay, when it comes to these, like, I don't know, I am just, I don't know. Oh, you know what, before I forget, in 2017 I actually decided to get her name tattooed on me. My daughter's name tattooed on me, and her date of birth, you know, matches right here. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, guys, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. When I talk about my daughter, you know, it's obviously gonna be like sad and emotional. You know, it's gonna be very emotional for me. But I just want to thank you guys. You know, if you watch my whole video, like I really like. If you watch this whole video, I really appreciate you so much. You know, because you took the time of your day to watch my video. You know, and I want you guys to remember. Look, I want you guys to remember that if you're going through something that's dark, something that's really painful, it's gonna be okay. Okay, it's gonna be okay. I remember when I was, after my daughter passed away, and I was in that depression, like I was just like, it was just bad, you know, but I knew that it was gonna be okay, and that's what kept me going, you know. And I think you should always tell yourself and remember that it's gonna be okay. You know, certain things happen in our life to teach us a lot of things, you know, and at the end it's gonna be okay. You will be able to smile again. There's gonna be light at the end of the tunnel, you know. And yeah, just know that it's gonna be okay, you know. Like, I'm okay, I am at peace, I am happy, and it's all like, for me, the reason why I feel how I feel is God, you know. And I'm always gonna say that, you know, and I'm never gonna be ashamed of talking about God. Like, no, if you don't want to talk to me, if you don't want to be in my life because of it, that's fine. You know what I mean? That's fine. Like, if I'm alone, look, at my darkest moment, I was alone. You know, so what makes you think I need you? Like, no. I always say, like, the only one that I need is God. You know, and I know He's never gonna leave my side, and that's all that matters to me. You feel me? So, yeah, I want you guys to remember, like, it's gonna be okay, and you're gonna be able to smile again. You know, and yeah, I just want to say that I appreciate each one of you who watch my videos, you know, who take the time out of your day, like I was saying, you know. Thank you, because you guys actually sit here and listen to me, you know. It's not because you want to subscribe or you want to like or whatever it is about the whole YouTube thing, you know, but the fact that you're taking your time to watch my videos, that's what I appreciate. But I'm gonna try to add her pictures. I don't know if it's gonna allow me during the, I don't know, because I haven't, like, the last before I go I want to say this, on my last video, I didn't even know the reason why I edited it the way that I edited it, because I didn't even know in the app that I use I could edit it the way that I did, you know. So I'm gonna try. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, or if not, I'm gonna add her videos and her pictures at the end of this video so that you guys can see her, you know. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching my whole video. I appreciate I appreciate each one of you, you know. And I hope okay, guys, I was gonna say something else, but se me olvidó. I honestly forgot, but but yeah, I let me see, is there anything else? No, that's it. Okay.